it'll ring, but if it does, it rings in.
Hello, Rosa Caceres. Hello, Adri. Hector Wasabi. Hello, Angelique
I
Boone.
know where to put my laptop. Can we move that over just a little bit? Is that okay?
No, we can't. This is exactly where everything needs to be.
Well, how am I supposed to do this? I have no. Can you start?
No, I don't have your room either.
Future reference. Can you angle it
Consistency.
more a little bit?
Hello, Nicole Apple Cakes. Crystal Williams.
Just really have nowhere to put this.
Sorry, babe. I mean, I have to put the thing here for the background and everything.
Maybe you can angle it a little bit better.
I'll angle it. Hello, Krista. Hello, Kim Wright. Hello, Ziggy Chick 3. Hello, Hand. Hello, Christy Bazemore. Hello, beautiful people. Sheila Redmond, Hub City. Hey, Alan and Kelly. Hello, Molly. Hello, Shelly. Hey, Shelly, how you doing? Hello, Taylor. Hello, Michael Melkos with the Shield. Hello, Kit Trax. Stephanie De Leon. Love it. Hello, Yana. Hello, Susan from Tulsa. All right, Tulsa, Oklahoma, God's Country, USA. There you go. Hello, Christy Kincaid. All right, it's time to start. Christy Kincaid Norris is in the house. In the house.
I need to put, again, more effort.
Wow.
I don't know. I just haven't been into grooming lately.
Mailing in a little Bonnaroo.
I have not been into grooming.
You're kind of being a little Coachella.
I just have had a lot going on.
Can't see.
Hygiene and grooming. And you know, my head is lopsided. If anybody's ever wondered before, see how the hat's sitting? I have to cheat it.
Are you sure?
Yeah, my head is lopsided. It's always been lopsided.
It has been a long time, Andrew. Hello, Lisa. Georgia Peach. Hello, Amber. I guess I'm not anybody's spirit animal. That's okay. Hello,
I'm somebody's
Julie.
spirit animal?
Yes.
Whose?
Amber Mitchell's.
Thank you, Amber. I think that's a compliment.
I know.
I'm going to take it as one.
I don't ever get anything like that.
You've never been told you're anybody's spirit animal? Really?
No, I think I have, actually. Good call. We're adding lopsided head to the ailments list.
It's a lifelong ailment.
Julie's overalls is here. All right, y'all ready?
All right, yeah, I'm ready. I'm going to try to go to bed early tonight. Test 1, 2. Test.
Shelby Eaton Cox, please pick up the red courtesy phone. Shelby Eaton Cox, please pick up the red courtesy phone. That's off the head. Okay, hold on.
So much new.
This is so wheels off.
We only do it once a week. It takes a while to get used to it.
Okay, hold on. Okay, that's going. Get Riverside going here. Y'all enjoyed those videos? Wacky's been doing. Should count us down. Hold on.
There you
Hold
go.
on.
I see it. Welcome to A Sandwich and Some Lovin', everybody. It's a podcast with me, Kellie Rasberry Evans, and my husband and my longtime podcast co-host, Alan Evans.
A train in the house.
Thank you all for being here. Those of you joining us live on YouTube as we record this a little earlier than usual on a Wednesday night, as we typically do. But if you subscribe to our YouTube channel, you get a notification if we do decide to start recording early. For the rest of you joining us, just listening in your car or on your walk, or maybe you take your little phone into the shower with you, as I tend to do sometimes, to listen to my favorite podcast. Thank you for joining us.
I'm back.
Where were you?
Last week I was out of it.
Why?
You remember I had
I know you were grumpy, but that's typical.
You're
typically grumpy.
I had sore back.
Yeah.
I'm on the mend now. We get our stitches out in less than a week.
Yeah.
You were going to take my stitches out. According to our doctor, he said you can take them out.
I can. I've done it for myself before.
Now, he said 90% of his patients, they go back to him.
No, not 90%.
That's what he said.
I think that's a little
That's
skewed.
what he said.
I think that's a little
He
skewed.
said 90% of his patients have him take the stitches out.
Oh, I'll verify that.
So we're going to be in the 10%. But anyway, much better mood this week.
Good.
We've got a lot of fun stuff
Thank
to talk
the
about.
Lord.
And we're going to start this with a little trivia question.
Oh, what kind of trivia? Olympic trivia?
No. Well, we'll get to the Olympics.
What are you ever talking about? You never talk about Olympics. Guess who's Mr. USA?
Oh.
Mr. Team USA.
It's freaking Snoop Dogg and then Walter A. Evans.
I know.
Okay.
And you were like sneering at me last
I wasn't
week.
sneering.
Yeah, you were. You're like questioning my minuscule level of enthusiasm just talking about the Olympics.
No, I just didn't know you even knew they existed.
See, here we go. Now it's Mr. Olympic Pants.
Today is February 11th, babe.
The day we're recording the podcast, it is.
Yeah. What else is significant about this day?
2/11. Well, that would be our anniversary of our engagement.
Oh, wow. Wow. I thought I was going to catch you with your pants down.
No, I didn't realize it until you put it that way. But yes, this is the anniversary of our engagement. It was on a Saturday.
It was.
Before Valentine's Day. Dare we run down the
it's
the event?
7:17. It's dark outside, so I'm assuming that we got engaged before.
Earlier.
It was about 6 o'clock.
You wanted to get engaged at sunset.
Yeah.
So it was a little bit after 6. Yeah, because of the
the
setting sun. Yeah, Alan, that day I had an appearance at like a main event or something.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah.
And you went with me. And then you'd never had a mani-pedi before. And so I said, for your Valentine's Day present, I was going to gift you a mani-pedi. So we went and did that. Unbeknownst to me, I was going to get engaged. So my nails were done. I don't do, polish on my fingernails or anything. I just get them buffed, and cleaned up. Anyway, Alan we were going to go to the Mavericks game. He had tickets. He legitimately had tickets. But I think he got the tickets and then realized this would be a good opportunity for you to propose, right? So the tickets came and then the idea to propose that
night.
Get
on bended knee.
The tickets were first, though. Those were legit. Because you ended up giving them away.
I did give the tickets away. Now I'm trying to, the reason I hesitate, I'm trying to remember if I set up the engagement first or if I had the tickets first.
Why would you have the tickets if we really weren't going to go? So I think what happened was you got the tickets and then realized this is the perfect time to surprise me.
We were never going to go.
Right, but you had the tickets. So
Yeah.
I think that's it.
So
anyway, what happened was he said, as his boss at the time, had gotten this VIP experience in Reunion Tower. If you don't live in the Dallas area, but you ever see a skyline shot of Dallas, it's that big ball in the sky.
It's a long, straight
phallic
structure,
symbol.
and on the end of it is a big, like, ball. Yeah.
And it rotates on the inside and it lights up.
Sounds like a lot of fun.
Really fun.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Alan said she can't go. She had got called out of town to Oklahoma, had a family something or other. And so he said, we're going to swing by there. It's just a VIP reception thing. And then we're going to go to the game because the arena is right, literally almost across the street. Fine. So we get there and we park and we go to this private entrance and a lady's there with a clipboard, unbeknownst to me, all in on the ruse.
I had the whole Reunion Tower in on the gag.
Yeah. And checked the list for our names and she didn't find our names. And Alan's like, well, maybe it's under my boss's name or something like that. Just all playing along.
Actor life.
We go up in a private elevator.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, this is where Tony Romo got engaged too.
Is it really?
I heard that too.
I didn't know that.
I think a lot of people get engaged up there. It's really cool.
Did
Anyway,
Romo get engaged before or after us?
I don't remember.
I think it was
I don't
after
know.
us. Yeah, it was after
know.
us. Well, wait a minute.
I don't know.
Can't remember.
So we get up there and we kind of look around. And once you look around, it's like, okay, well, now what do we do? It's like we looked in all the, because you can see, far out. It's way up there in the sky. So you can see far out and you can look through binoculars and telescopes.
Beautiful
and all that stuff.
views of
Very
the
nice.
skyline. Yes.
And then he's like, well, there's an outdoor area where you can walk around outside. And there was another lady there with a clipboard. And Alan said, well, let's go over there and see if we can, that's the VIP reception area. That's where the event is. And we looked outside and there was nobody there. I was like, well, it is kind of early. I said, it is kind of early in the evening because we were going 6 o'clock, right?
I needed privacy.
We were going before the Mavericks game. So I still didn't think anything of it. And so I get out there and there's a table with like a rose and a vase just set up there. And I figured, oh, it's for when people, have a cocktail and they need a place to put their drink.
Uh-huh.
And so while we're sitting there and it's like, there's nothing else to do. We've seen all the city and all the sites. Alan's like, I've been working on some new magic tricks. Can I try them on you? I was like, sure.
Amazing Alonzo made an appearance,
We're
huh?
killing time. We just got to kill another hour before we leave for the game, I thought.
Uh-huh.
So he starts doing magic tricks, and why don't you take it from here, honey? I'm doing all the talking.
No, that's okay. I honestly couldn't walk you through the tricks that I did, but I had some cards that were already set up. One said Kellie loves Alan. One said, "Will you marry me?" But I had a couple of tricks that led into the
build-up.
the production of those cards.
Yeah.
So one of them required a little bit of math, and I thought it was pretty simple math. And it was like adding two numbers together, and Kellie didn't understand.
Well, you were trying to get me to. The answer was 13.
I was trying to get her to say 13 because that's her favorite lucky number,
and I didn't get. I said like 12, 11. I don't know. I just wasn't. It was
8 plus 5.
I don't know what it was.
And yeah, I think you said 12.
I don't know. I was really just confused. And there, unbeknownst to me, also he had someone taking photos the whole time. So there's pictures of me looking at him like, what?
Real confused.
I don't know. Because if I knew I was getting proposed to, I would have stood up straight and I wouldn't have worn that outfit.
What was wrong with your outfit?
It was just bloused out. Maybe like I have a big old belly. I wasn't really thrilled with. I would have, like I said,
it was a surprise.
You really caught me off guard. I wouldn't have been making all them faces.
It was a surprise.
So anyway,
it was authentic.
He finally gets me to flip the cards over, and it says, "Will you marry me?" And I'm like, "What?"
Got down on bended knee.
And he went on Amazon and bought a ring box that when you open it up, and there's a light shining down.
And then my friend Mackenzie was hiding, and then she hits the Bluetooth, the music
to play I Love You by the Climax Blues Band, and I can't hear it because it's wasn't loud enough. Where I'm like,
I didn't hear it either because I was so surprised.
I was like, what?
Or excited,
and I was jumping around, making the ugliest face you've ever seen in your life.
Let's see it, babe.
Okay, that was good for the podcast audience. That's why you got to tune into YouTube so you can see the face I'm making. Or maybe our wacky marketing department will post that.
Yeah. All this has already been posted.
Again?
Oh, I'm way ahead of you here.
Today you did it,
Evans. Yeah.
No,
I know.
I've had a lot going on, y'all. I don't want to cry.
It's okay.
Anyway, so I said yes. And then Alan said,
good thing.
Well, now we're going to take you upstairs to the rotating restaurant. We're going to have dinner. And so he gave the basketball tickets to the photographer.
Yes. Amanda.
Amanda Kate. Lovely, lovely lady. So anyway, she went to the game. Alan and I went upstairs to the restaurant. And
I told her beforehand so she would know.
Yeah. So she could have her husband meet her there.
Yeah.
But upstairs, Alan had the table set, and these ladies that set it up, they were so excited to participate. They really fooled me. But, our very first Valentine's date, Alan had like 1,000 conversation hearts, the candy hearts turned up with the message side up all over his kitchen. So he had conversation hearts all turned right side up on the table, had a big vase, beautiful flowers, including my favorite hydrangeas. And he basically,
I forgot about that.
And he let me sit there, and I'm just calling all my friends and my cousins and my parents. We're calling everybody, and he just let me. It was a really fun surprise. It was a fun night.
It was a fun night.
That was 9 years ago.
9 years ago tonight.
9 years ago tonight. Yeah.
Tonight we were having dinner, or you were calling people right now.
Yeah, I was calling people.
I was having a Manhattan. I was having a Woodford Manhattan.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Good stuff.
Well, all right,
happy
babe.
anniversary, honey.
You passed the happy anniversary, engagement anniversary.
Yeah.
Next year will be 10.
I know. We need to do something special for 10.
Maybe we'll go back to reunion.
Maybe. It's not the same restaurant.
It's not the same
anymore.
restaurant though, is it?
No, it's changed.
I thought we would let's talk about, I got some funny, one of our listeners a while back said that we haven't been sharing as much about the kids lately, and I had some funny boy stories I thought I could share. They've been pretty funny lately. It's
kind of hard. My daughter, the stuff she's going through right now, she's kind of asked me not to share a lot because it's when they get to a certain age, it's embarrassing, and they don't like us to share a lot. So I've kind of been holding back a lot on Emma Kelly's stuff, but yeah,
got some of that.
that.
Super Bowl, the ads. We always review the ads.
Yes.
You got something? You got something there?
Well, I know which one your favorite was, but a lot.
How do you know which one my favorite was?
Because I was right there when you said that's my favorite Super Bowl
ad.
You said it, but then right there.
But then there was another one that came on later that I must have missed it because I checked out in the fourth quarter.
Well, there was like Billboard ranked their top 10, and I'm like, I'm not going to go around and look up 50 because everybody did their top 10 list.
People love lists.
And I was really I didn't really watch the Super Bowl that much. First of all, the score was lame. It was like nobody was scoring. It was field goal, field goal, field goal. And what was I doing? I was in and out of the room.
Get it, babe. Kill them slugs.
No, I don't play games anymore on my phone.
I thought I saw you playing a game just the other day.
No, I don't play those games. I have to play with my mother.
Escape them gardens.
No, I don't do those anymore. I do Wordle,
Quordle, Blossom,
and Connections. The difference is those games, they're one and done. You can't sit there for hours. And my mother really loves checking in with me every day like that. So that's what I do. I don't play Gardenscapes and Homescapes anymore or Candy Crush.
You play more games than I play.
That's true.
The only one I've been playing lately is NBA 2K25 with the Dillster.
Yeah.
And the reason he likes to play me is
you're so bad and he can beat you.
I'm so bad that he can whip me, and he loves it. And I just let him because I don't know what I'm doing.
Well, maybe one day you'll get better and beat him.
The PlayStation controller confuses me. I don't know if any of our
I've never played.
Our good, strong, dear, sweet, clean listeners have children, or maybe you play yourself and you have a PlayStation.
I've literally never played.
In the day on the Nintendo, you had the directional pad, up, down, left, right, and you had an A and B. So Dylan hands me this dang PlayStation controller. It's got frickin' triggers, 2 joysticks, multiple buttons, a big pad on the top of it that you can like scroll on or what.
It's too much. That's too much.
And then he knows all the moves, right?
I'm lost.
Yeah, he knows all the combinations to like dunk on my head and do a 360 between the legs.
Show off.
Yeah. So I play too, but I get my rear end kicked. Anyway, sorry.
Well, I mean, why don't you, if you want, I can do the Billboard top 10, or we could just talk about your favorites. You had to call me back in and rewind one that you really like, the State Farm commercial. You like that one a lot.
That one was funny and clever. I'm a little skeptical just because Super Bowl commercials, they get leaked. In my opinion, they've kind of run out of ideas, and they've not been as good in the last couple of years.
State Farm did this. They did this well. It starred Keegan-Michael Key and Danny McBride as insurance salesmen for this, discount insurance company. So leading up to the Super Bowl Sunday, they kept doing teases like coming soon, or it was like teases. So they didn't show you the Super Bowl commercial. They just teased that it's coming.
Because it wouldn't be a Super Bowl commercial unless it was aired during the Super Bowl.
Well,
if it's aired before the Super Bowl, then it's not a Super Bowl commercial.
We can debate that. So anyway, when the Super Bowl, I literally came back in the room and he rewound it so I could see it. But Haley Steinfeld, who's expecting a baby with Josh Allen.
I didn't even know she was in that commercial.
She was the customer.
Oh, she was?
Haley Steinfeld.
I don't know what Haley Steinfeld looks like.
Well, she was the girl in the commercial. They're trying to sell her this insurance, and she's like, what's going on? And anyway, at the end of the commercial, because the song Living on a Prayer is playing, because the Keegan and Danny McBride are singing it, Anyway, Bon Jovi pulls up in a convertible with Living on a Prayer playing, and Jake, the State Farm guy, and Haley jumps in with them, and they take off. That was a good one. It was a nice surprise.
I liked seeing Bon Jovi at the end. That was a good payoff.
That was number 5 on the Billboard list of the top 10 commercials.
The other one that I thought was one thing I noticed about the Super Bowl this year: a lot of butts, a lot of butt and butts humor.
Well, I think it's because majority male audience, and y'all like butt and toot and all that kind of humor.
Well, Levi's that's all they did is show butts. And I mean, I guess I get it. They're selling jeans. You're selling nice butts.
I'm trying to remember.
That's all they did was show butts.
Yeah, I missed a lot of them because I wasn't in the room a lot.
But the reason I bring it up, there was another one about prostate. It's not funny. Prostate cancer awareness and screening.
This is the one you said at the time. This is my new favorite commercial.
Yeah.
But it was a slow burn.
It was a slow
build up.
Funny.
It took a minute.
It took a minute. But you got all these NFL tight ends.
Yes.
And they're painting. And you're like, why are these guys sitting around painting? And then they're painting a coach. I forget the coach's name.
Bruce Arians.
And they're painting Bruce Arians because he apparently has had prostate cancer.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, the bit was these are tight ends and they need to loosen up.
Relax your tight
end and get screened.
Yeah, but without a finger.
Whoa.
Right? Isn't that the way it was?
The what?
Was it a finger exam? Isn't that why they relax their butts? Because you clench up.
Yeah.
So now as a blood test, it's the Novartis Super Bowl commercial.
Yeah.
And it had like Gronkowski was on there. I have the whole list of all the
famous tight ends. Yeah.
Yeah. But then the coach was the prostate cancer survivor. So now you can just get a simple blood test. But Alan thought it was funny because all the butts were clenched up and it was like, relax your tight end. And all the butts just went, they all just relaxed.
It was funny.
But it was a slow build up and kind of like a nice chuckle at the end.
And then the third, I just saw a clip of this and I think this was a Super Bowl ad. Was there an ad with there was a bunch of like
toilets?
No. Well, I saw that one too. There was a lot of like.
Say it. Just say it. If it was a commercial, you don't have to change your voice.
Pubic hair. And it had eyes and the pubic hair it was talking like at the bottom of the drain. It was near the drain.
I missed that.
And all the pubic hair was talking.
Or was that because hair's falling out and they need to get the pill or something?
I don't know.
Hair to grow?
I went up and like halfway through the third quarter and then I thought I saw a review of the commercials and I saw this one where the pubic hair was talking and it had eyes, like the pubic hair had eyes.
That's disgusting. I didn't see that.
Well, if that was a real commercial, funny. That's a funny bit.
You want to see talking pubic hair?
It was funny.
I'll have to go look that up.
It was funny because they all look like Oscar the Grouch, except they were all brown and black. And it was just a pile.
No redheads represented?
No, if you want to see that, you just go in our shower.
That's not true.
Well, that is true.
That's not true.
Well, that is true.
Because I wax. So that's not true.
Well, then what's all that red hair down there?
That's from my head. You think my pubic hairs are that long? And I clean out the drain every time. So you're just trying to be funny. You're the one that when I go in the shower, I leap and scream in fear because I think there's a rat in the corner and it's all your balled up body hair that you shaved off that you just pushed to the side and forgot to take out of the shower. Want to deny it?
Sorry.
You don't find my hair in there. You're just trying to be
Speaking
funny.
of rats.
Are we going to finish?
Oh.
No, we can't. Don't get off track about killing the rats.
Okay. Well, we'll go into that too.
We'll get that. The Liquid IV commercial was the one where it had all these toilets and they want you to look at your pee and make sure it's not yellow. Because if it's yellow, you're dehydrated. You need to drink Liquid IV.
Well, not necessarily.
That's what the commercial was, honey.
I know, but there's different shades of yellow.
I know. We don't have to go into specifics. That was the gist of the commercial.
They say your pee's supposed to look like lemonade.
You're supposed to be able to read a newspaper through it is the thing.
Hmm.
All right, keep going.
Oh, and then I can't remember. This was a pharmaceutical ad. I don't even remember the brand or anything.
Well, it wasn't effective then.
Well, Dylan was watching with me at the time, and it gets to the end screen where it's going into all the possible side effects.
Oh, yeah. It's always death and diarrhea.
Yeah. But this one said one of the possible side effects might cause clay-colored stools.
Oh, wow.
So I didn't say anything. I'm just watching it. And then Dylan says, Daddy, what's a stool? It's a good question. I mean, how often do you see the word stool? I mean, not often. So I said, well, bud, they can't put the word turd up on the screen. So they have to use stool, which is a better way of talking about your turd. You know, he thought that was funny that it was turd. And then, and then we went into is it TERD or TURD? I think it's TURD.
It's TU.
And then he said, well, what is clay colored? Because there's lots of colors of clay.
Mm.
I said, good point, bud. I said, I think it probably means gray.
Yeah, like a grayish.
So if you have a gray colored stool,
that's a possible side effect.
It's a possible side effect. And I can't even remember what the drug was, but I said, you just don't want that. You don't want that.
I wouldn't think so.
No. You don't want that.
Well, Billboard's number 10 was the Amazon Alexa Plus spot. That's the one where Chris Hemsworth and his wife, Elsa Pataki, he comes in and she's got the Alexa on the counter, and he's like freaked out because he thinks AI is trying to kill him. And I was fine with it, except for when he was in the swimming pool and he had one of those automatic closers, and Alexa made it close over him and he couldn't get out. He was like drowning underneath. That one freaked me out. They did like a tie for number 9, the Bud Light commercial with Post Malone, Peyton Manning, Shane Gillis, where they're at the wedding and the beer goes rolling down the beer keg goes rolling down the hill.
Yeah,
And then the Budweiser one where they try to make you cry with a baby bird makes friend with a horse, and then the baby bird grows up to be a bald eagle and takes off.
I like
That's
that
the
one.
tearjerker
Yeah,
one.
that was good.
While Leonard Skinner's Free Bird plays.
Mhm.
Number 8,
America.
okay, Uber Eats
Mhm.
with Matthew McConaughey and Bradley Cooper. I am over the bit. I'm over it. Where there's football is all to sell food. It's just I'm over it.
Okay.
Over it. That was number 8 for them. Instacart. Now I did not see this play during the Super Bowl, but they try to get the most bang for their buck. So I saw this commercial on like X or Instagram. I don't remember where I saw it, but I saw it on social media in the long form. This thing was like 3 minutes long. But Benson Boone and Ben Stiller, my favorite.
You love Ben Stiller.
They play brothers, and Benson's in this musical act, like European musical act or something. And Benson gets up there and he does this flip like he does on stage, and he sings this falsetto, and Ben Stiller gets real competitive because the audience goes wild and their dad's in the back of the audience. So he's trying to one up Benson. And so he flips and crashes. So he goes a little bit higher and he flips and crashes and he goes up really high. And it's just like, what is happening? Again, proving my point. Ben Stiller, not funny.
He's funny.
You haven't seen this commercial. T-Mobile was 6. Now, I love this one. This is the one with the Backstreet Boys, and I just love the Backstreet Boys, but it was filmed in Times Square, and everybody's going crazy, but at the end, Machine Gun Kelly, who now goes by MGK, is in the store, and this little girl and her mom come in and they're like, sing As Long As You Love Me. So that was cute.
Mhm.
Or I Want It That Way. Number 5 was the State Farm commercial we already talked about.
Funny.
Number 4, you had a problem with this one. It was
Which
that
one?
Jurassic Park one for Xfinity where they did all the CGI.
The
and
AI
stuff,
was
the AI.
bad. The CGI. Did you see Sam Hunt?
Yeah, they had Sam
Hunt.
Neill.
Sam Neill.
Laura
Hunt.
Dern.
Is Sam Hunt a singer?
Yeah.
Yeah, Sam Neill.
Sam Neill, Laura Dern, Jeff Goldblum, Samuel L. Jackson, and Richard Attenborough, who is dead.
Yeah.
They brought him back.
Yeah. They had him all
de-aged,
right.
and it was weird.
It looked bad.
I didn't like that. Number 3, a Rocket and Redfin. So you got it was the two families, like the little girls, like one girl didn't want to leave her neighborhood to move to a new neighborhood. She was mad because she was leaving her friends. The other little girl, her parents were getting a divorce. And I'll be honest, this one made me cry.
Whoa.
I cried at this one.
Whoa.
The little girl her parents were divorced and she was putting her stuff. This box goes to dad's house. This box goes to mom's house. So they moved to this new neighborhood, and the girls, the one little girl wants to be friends. The other one's ignoring her. And then there's some neighbors. They don't get along. And then there's a storm. And then, the one neighbor comes over with a buzzsaw and cuts down the branches. And now they're going to be best friends. And the one little girl's dog gets loose and she's just sobbing hysterically, uncontrollably. And the other little girl finds it and they hug and the girl's just bawling and they become best friends. I started crying at that when I did. Number 2, I cannot believe they put the Dunkin' Donuts commercial at number 2. I thought it was awful. This is the Ben Affleck one. Now, they have done great Dunkin' Donuts commercials in the past with Tom Brady. It had been Matt Damon has been in them. This year, they tried to do a throwback to like the 80s or 90s. It was terrible. The best part of it was the best part of it was at the end when Jennifer Aniston popped up with Tom Brady. And I just thought it was terrible. Again, with the CGI trying to make everybody look 20 or 30 years younger.
Some of them looked okay. Jennifer Aniston looked okay, but some of the others looked weird.
It was not. I did not like that.
Yeah.
And then they said the number 1, and I don't agree with this one, the Pringles commercial with Sabrina Carpenter, where she built her perfect man out of Pringles. And then ended up, he got like destroyed and she started eating him with everybody else.
That was number 1? I thought that was
according to Billboard.
I thought that was a throwaway commercial.
That's what Billboard said. I don't get it. But then again, Billboard is probably tempted or maybe influenced even subconsciously to lean towards a pop artist. Sabrina Carpenter, arguably one of the
Yeah, good
hottest,
call.
pop artists in the world, and it's her first Super Bowl commercial. I didn't think it was that great, but it's all subjective.
I was passed a note by one of our producers who said that the talking pubic hair
That
was
was a real
it was a
commercial.
Manscaped commercial.
Oh,
Why isn't that on the list?
it didn't make the Billboard top 10.
Wow. See, that'd have been my number one had I seen it. It was disturbing.
But you loved it.
Well, I just saw a little clip of it.
Well, there's that. Well, on that note, I hate to lead into this, but I guess I shall.
Oh, we got something.
I used to toss and turn in bed at night, trying to get comfortable, get in the right position. It was so hard. And then I'd wake up in the middle of the night, flopping over, getting all hot and sweaty. Well, it turns out we had a trash mattress. So we decided it was time to upgrade our sleeping situation. And I went online and I did my research and I found this mattress with incredible reviews, Helix. And then I was really excited when they came on as a sponsor of our podcast. I'm like, I've been looking at this mattress online. So what you do is you go and take their Helix sleep quiz. You go to their website and take the Helix sleep quiz. You answer a few simple questions. Alan did it for us. In about 2 minutes, it
Not
told
even.
us, not even, it told us we were matched with the Helix Dusk Lux.
Luke
That was
say.
the match for us. And I'll tell you, it changed everything about the way we sleep. I cannot wait to crawl into bed every night. I almost cry tears of joy
Wow.
when I crawl into bed because I know I'm going to fall asleep fast. I'm going to sleep like a baby until my alarm goes off at an ungodly hour. But Helix actually did a study and they found that 82% of people who sleep on Helix mattresses get more of that good, deep sleep, the one that really gets you relaxed. And if you just go online after you listen to the podcast, take the Helix sleep quiz, find your perfect mattress. They'll ship it free to your door. You get a 120-night sleep trial to make sure you love it. You will. I know you will. And it comes with a limited lifetime warranty.
So if you're tired of waking up tired, go to helixsleep.com/sandwich, where the President's Day sale is going on now. You'll save 27% site-wide. And this is exclusively for our listeners. That's helixsleep.com/sandwich to save 27% off site-wide.
Okay.
What?
I don't know.
What?
You just take the call to action so seriously.
That's the part that matters to our good,
sure
strong,
does.
dear, sweet, clean listeners.
It sure
They
does.
want a deal. How about
do.
27%?
That's a lot.
You want to just touch on the Nancy Guthrie
Yeah.
goings on, and then we'll bring
know,
it home with a positive thing, though.
By the time, while we're recording this podcast, a lot, hopefully, I'm hopeful that a lot will change by the time this podcast airs. But at the time of the recording, there hasn't been any updates since what we found out this morning. So when Nancy Guthrie was kidnapped, that we heard all sorts of things. Some stuff they went back and changed it. It was a lot of confusing information. But from what we understood, she had Nest cameras at her home, but did not pay for the subscription. So anything that the cameras, you could still see who's at the door, but there's nothing being recorded and kept, right? So anyway, it's $10 a month, and it's this case right here is showing you reason why you should pay for that subscription. So anyway, it does, just because she didn't pay for the subscription, stuff's still being recorded. However, I think there's a certain amount of time before the film gets overridden. Please forgive me if I'm wrong on some of this stuff, but you still have to go through the proper channels. So the cameras were taken off. The FBI, everybody, I guess they subpoenaed the Nest people. They got what they had to do. I'm sure they put a rush on it with the FBI and everything.
Worked with Google, I heard.
Yeah. And they finally, it took 10 days, but they finally were able to retrieve the footage from the front porch of this suspect, a man wearing a ski mask. He's got a gun strapped around his waist. He's got a full backpack. Alan has theories about what was in the backpack. Everybody has theories. And he goes and gets some brush out of the yard and kind of waves it at the camera and then rips it off, whatever. So because of that footage, then you have the internet warriors. We're going to crack this case, the internet sleuths. It was really interesting. So last night before I go to bed, we just had this information come out. People were going on, they were looking at the shape of the man's eyes, because in a ski mask, all you can see is maybe just a little bit of eyebrow, a little bit of hair around the mouth. You could see his eyes. And they were asking like ChatGPT and Grok, hey, remove the mask and let's see who this guy looks like. And it would do it. And you'd have all these faces. You're like, well, that looks just like a real person. So guess what happens? Somebody recognized the eyes, or so they thought, and they picked up a man just north of the Mexico border, right?
Mm-hmm.
So everybody thinks in your mind, oh, this guy's heading for the border. He's trying to escape. Well, come to find out this morning when I wake up, so this guy lives down there that way. It's called Rio Ricos or something.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have it in front
It's
of
like
me.
an hour south of Tucson.
Right. And the guy is driving near his home. He wasn't trying to flee the country. He was just driving along when he gets pulled over. And he's like, what's going on? And they were like, we suspect you of kidnapping. He's like, kidnapping who? I don't know what's going on. And anyway, they took him in for questioning. They got a search warrant for his house. They searched the whole house and he's on his door. And then they let him go because it wasn't him. But he said he was a driver. He was a delivery driver. And he's like, I don't know if I've ever delivered to this woman's house. Maybe. I don't know. But he said his in-law, now I don't know which in-law, somebody in-law thought it was his eyes. So that's how they thought it was him. But a lot of people have that shape eyes. So anyway, he was let go. But now because they have this footage out there, the FBI is getting thousands of tips, right? And then there's that stuff with the Bitcoin wallet. Did you hear about that today?
Yeah.
So there was that Bitcoin wallet. So when the ransom note came in, this could be from the actual kidnappers. It could be somebody trying to take advantage of a situation like, oh, somebody's missing. I'll pretend I'm the kidnapper and try to get millions out of it. So they had the Friday deadline, the Monday deadline, both deadlines passed. And then anyway, today we heard there was a little activity in this Bitcoin wallet. It was like less than $200, like 157 random dollars or something activity going on in this Bitcoin wallet. Did you hear any more about that?
I didn't hear about that.
Yeah.
Huh.
But I never heard anything else what came of it. But there has to be a way to trace these people. And I think they are going to catch who did it. I do think.
I think so.
I think they are.
Too.
But I'm not optimistic about Nancy. And I feel horrible to say that. Nobody wants to say that or think that. But I'm just not really optimistic about it at this point.
After I saw the video, like a lot of people, you start just playing this out in your head. Like, how could have this transpired? And learned more about, I didn't know anything about Tucson. So Tucson is in I knew it was in Arizona, but very southern Arizona. They have a light pollution ordinance there. So there's no street lamps. It's a very, very dark place at night. This woman's house was in a subdivision. It's winding and twisting. The houses are set way back and lots of
acreage.
Trees,
so she didn't have nearby neighbors.
Yeah. So very dark. Okay. So I'm just thinking after I see the video, this person is just moving slow. Like there's really no rush or not afraid of being seen or
there's
getting
no
caught.
Traffic. There's no lights.
Here is my theory. I know everybody has a theory, but I was telling Kelly, this is the only thing that makes sense to me. Nancy went to her daughter-in-law or her daughter's and son-in-law's house for dinner, correct?
Yes.
She Ubered over there, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So she's over there having dinner. I think that this person didn't just wander up on this house because it's remote, it's dark. He or she had been to this house before. I think he may have even known Nancy. This is just my theory. So he knows she's going to dinner. Okay. But this guy isn't super smart either. This is the same dude who pulled some weeds trying to put them in front of the camera to hide them. This is the same person that's got it looks like a semi-automatic pistol in a revolver holster right there by his junk. I mean, this dude, I don't think is super, super smart or really thought this out. So I think he thinks that the house is empty. He's not in a hurry. He's not like panicking like somebody may see or somebody's home. I think he goes in the house. The backpack looks full. So everyone's like, well, what's in the backpack? Was it ropes and things to abduct somebody? I don't think so. I think the backpack was full of backpacks. I think he breaks in the house because it's a low-level burglary. He goes in there. He's rooting around. He takes his mask off because he doesn't need a mask inside the house. There's nobody home. She wakes up. It's 1:30 in the morning. She comes out. It's like, what the hell are you doing here? And because she knows him. He knows her. He's like, oh,
this
shit.
Is what Alan
this is just my theory. This is just my theory trying to, like, what makes the most logical sense? There is some type of altercation because there's blood. There wasn't blood when he walked up. There's blood on the walkway out that they've seen. So there was some type of altercation. What I can't figure out is if it was a low-level burglary, which is my theory, they got in some kind of fight, why would he take her? It would be much easier to just leave or just leave her.
Yeah, I don't know.
So
this kind of messes up your theory.
That messes up my theory about, well, he didn't go there to kidnap her. I don't think he did go there to kidnap her. I think he went there to rob the house and she happened to be there.
There was some, there's a lot of older people that live, in Arizona, retirees and things like that. And so apparently there'd been like somebody that was like snooping around. But, you look at people can case, neighborhoods for where elderly people live. They could pose as, we think your roof needs to be repaired. Is your husband home? Can we talk to him? They get a lot of information out of these, older ladies and older gentlemen that they like, okay, this person apparently lives alone and is not going to put up much of a fight if we come back to rob the place. And yeah, he might have thought the house was empty. We don't know. Now,
that's just my theory.
Is everybody feeling guilty about pointing fingers at the brother-in-law? I don't know. When there's a missing persons case and everybody's a suspect until they're proven otherwise, and it's majority of the time it's a family member, and some people are still thinking that it's the brother-in-law because they're convinced that the guy in the mask is somebody in the brother-in-law's band and that they were working together to do this. But I don't know.
I was talking about this.
Hopefully by tomorrow we'll know.
With my sister at lunch today, and she was having a Matlock moment too. She thinks it's the brother-in-law. She is honed in on this brother-in-law. She's like, well, I said, Amanda, they're not telling us everything about the case. There's information that the feds know, and they're not reporting it. But she's like, well, he was the last one to see her. He took her home, right? And she
what did he, or was it her?
Did he? She supposedly went in through the garage.
That's what we were.
So the ring camera. So the ring camera didn't catch her going in. And also, she went to dinner. It's been reported she went to dinner with, what's the guy's name? Rodrigo or Francisco or something. The son-in-law.
Oh, no, not Tommaso.
Tommaso. So she went to dinner with Tommaso and her daughter. Was there anyone else there?
We haven't heard.
So the daughter just, so Tommaso and the mother-in-law, he takes her home and then he just dumps her there or drops her there, and she goes in through the garage. Is that what's being reported? That's what happened.
That's what I heard.
So Tommaso is an interesting character. We need to know, like, Tommaso, what happened when you dropped her off?
Well, we don't know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I'm sure the authorities have questioned him.
Oh, I know they have. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We're not getting all the information.
So anyway, hopefully there is resolution for the family because it's really, really sad. But
and one of our
latest on that
live studio audience members said, I'm asking, well, why would you take the mom? And he's like, well, for the money. I get that, but maybe this just speaks to this person's mindset and how they're not super smart.
They panicked and thought,
oh, I can take her and get some ransom now that she's seen me. I can't kill her because I'm gonna be up for murder, but I can take her. She's seen me now. I can take her and maybe I can get some money out of her. I don't know. It just doesn't make sense. None of it.
Well, hopefully it will make sense eventually.
It's sad though. It's
very sad.
This is the lowest of, well, there's stuff you can do that's lower, but this is right up there.
Yeah.
Freaking messing with an 84-year-old woman.
Know. That's a different level of evil.
That's a different level of
evil
assholishness.
Yeah.
Okay, you want to bring it home with Jerome with a little. Oh, you got something.
Well, I had something else.
Oh, sorry.
It was really funny. We were talking about it. It went viral. I don't know if you saw it, but there was this Norwegian biathlete, and we found out he won like bronze in the 20-kilometer. It's the thing where you ski and shoot. Where you ski and shoot the guns.
Yeah.
There's like a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I've got his name here. His name is Sturla Holm Lagrid, and I'm sure I'm totally butchering it. But after he wins the bronze medal in his category, the local, everybody's there from their home country, and this reporter for Norway is talking to him about his bronze medal, and he just out of nowhere starts confessing that he cheated on his girlfriend. Did you hear about this?
No, I didn't.
So anyway, he said, there's something I want to share. Now, this is all in Norwegian, so this was translated. There's something I want to share with someone who may not be watching today. Half a year ago.
You have to change your voice?
No. Half a year ago, I met the love of my life, the world's most beautiful and nicest person. 3 months ago, I made the mistake of my life and cheated on her. And I told her about that a week ago. This has been the worst week of my life. So the week before, he's been training his whole life for the Olympics. He decides the week before his competition, he's going to blow up his relationship and confess that he cheated on her 3 months ago.
He panicked.
Why would he panic? Why would he do it then? Why didn't he wait till after the Olympics? Because he might have won a gold instead of a bronze. But this is what Sterla said. I had a gold medal in life. And I'm sure there are many people who have seen things differently, but I only have eyes for her. Sport has come second these last few days. Yes, I wish I could share this with her. But he said, I'm not ready to give up. I hope that committing social suicide might show her how much I love her. I accept the consequences of what I've done. I regret it with all my heart. Maybe I'm dumb as a rock.
Yes.
I'm a member of Mensa, but I still do stupid stuff.
True.
He would not say her name. He said she's had enough to deal with after last week, but I hope there's light at the end of the tunnel for us both and she can continue to love me. So there was that.
Okay.
Well, there's more.
Oh, God.
The woman claiming to be the ex-girlfriend contacted this Norwegian media outlet called VG. I went to the website. It's all in Norwegian. So I got Google Translate for it. So when you translate from a foreign language to English, sometimes it sounds a little weird. So I'll just read what she said. Now, again, she's claiming she wants to be anonymous. She's not. So we're assuming this is the woman. It's the article said VG has been in contact with Holm Legrid's former girlfriend. She wishes to remain anonymous in this matter, a request VG has accepted as she has not sought publicity regarding a private matter. She would first and foremost like to congratulate Holm Legrid's teammate Johan Ole Botten on winning the gold medal in the same race, because a lot of people are mad because his story of cheating on his girlfriend has completely overshadowed his teammate who won the gold medal. So, that's not cool. And then she went on. Then she gets into something a little more private, infidelity. She said, it's hard to forgive even after a declaration of love in front of the whole world. I did not choose to be put in this position, and it hurts to have to be in it. We have had contact, and he is aware of my opinions on this. They said VG has been in contact with Holm Legrid. He does not wish to comment on the statements made by his ex-girlfriend, but she wants to express gratitude to those around her, and she's thanking everybody for embracing her and supporting her at this time. Is that the most pathetic thing you've ever heard?
No, but it's pretty pathetic. A couple of comments. Number one, kind of a low-level dime to mention you're in Mensa.
But he's dumb as a rock.
Yeah, but if you're in Mensa, do you need to tell everybody you're in Mensa? Okay. Number two,
I'd wear a Mensa hat if I was in Mensa.
Number two, he may have all this on his conscience. This is what counseling is for. It's not for what the medal ceremony is for. Maybe that's the way they do things in Norway. I don't think many people would do it that way.
It was truly baffling the way he just broke down to the report. He just had to get it off his chest.
Do this in therapy.
He had to do it on a public stage to show her how serious he was to get her back.
Then just post it on social media. What's he doing?
Committing social suicide.
Committing social suicide. Yeah, good call. Okay, Beck. Well, that's what I was going to finish with. Bring home for Jerome was Olympics, but you launched right into it.
I tied you into it.
I've enjoyed it so far.
What's been your favorite part? I like the skiing.
The downhill skiing. Okay. That was really sad seeing Lindsey Vonn, the way she crashed, wiped out. She got hurt really bad. I saw her Instagram today. Her leg is in like pieces.
A contraption.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah. So that was sad. But the downhill skiing, those guys and gals have the biggest brass balls. That downhill skiing makes me nervous. I'm nervous talking about it.
I've
tried 90 miles an hour down the hill.
I can't imagine. I've tried skiing lessons and I do not like that feeling that I am about to die. I don't need that kind of adrenaline. I don't like it.
They got this little tiny helmet on. That's it.
I know.
But it's fun to watch. It's just, and I tell you what, those Swiss and the Austrians, they know how to ski.
They ski a lot.
They know how to ski.
What'd you think about the men's figure skating, that Ilya guy?
I mean,
isn't he incredible?
I don't know anything about ice skating, but you got to have an appreciation for how athletic those people
It's
are.
amazing.
It's pretty amazing. That's fun to watch. The U.S. bobsled team, did you see that
I haven't
wipe out?
seen anything.
So the 4-man, they're doing their 1, 2, 3, and all 4 of them are pushing that bobsled as fast as they can, then the driver jumps in. There's a choreographed like motion that they do to get in the bobsled.
Like a little dance.
Yeah. Something happened and one guy stumbled and it caused the other 2 guys to fall out of the bobsled. One guy hits his head on they all have helmets on. One guy hits his head on the ice. The other 2 stumble out. The bobsled's crashing up against the walls. And then there's just one guy in the bobsled and he goes down the hill. And of course, you're not going to have any speed doing that.
Yeah.
That was kind of wheels off.
So we lost.
Yeah, we didn't do too well in that. But wait till they get a load of us in track and field in the Summer Olympics, though. What else? What else have we watched?
That relay speed skating thing was so confusing for me. So like, like with track and field, when you do the relay where you hand off the baton, but in this case, the skaters are all skating at the same time and they have to keep switching spaces and they push each other. I was just like, it was so confusing, but it was really cool to watch.
And then Jake Paul's girlfriend?
Yes. Fiance.
She is a speed skater from the Netherlands and she won gold. That was cool. Apparently she's the thing. I didn't know she was the thing.
She's huge.
Well, huge over there. Huge.
They were giving her she was getting a lot of flack because, she flew over because she's with Jake Paul. I mean, they flew over on a private jet and all this stuff. They were like, she's a diva, but then she wins the gold and all it's forgiven.
Well, she's got like 5 million Instagram followers.
Oh yeah. She's huge. Huge. I can't remember her name, Heggie or something.
Her rear end's pretty huge.
Well, she's muscular. I mean, look at all that.
And I mean that in the most
muscular.
complimentary way.
It's muscular.
It's not a big fat rear end. Not that there's anything wrong with big fat rear ends.
Why are you still talking? You're making it. Why are you talking?
Stop talking?
Yeah, you're making it worse.
I am?
She's just very muscular. She's, it's a lot of lower body effort that goes into what she does.
The speed skaters are very muscular. They got big.
We got it, babe.
Buttocks.
Yeah, I'm just like, again, stop talking.
What else have we watched?
Football and Olympics.
We didn't watch any football.
Football. Super Bowl.
Football's over.
Super Bowl and the Olympics.
Yeah. So anyway, the Olympics have been fun. I tell you what, I didn't understand Snoop Dogg in the Olympic ads. I'm like, what? I don't understand Snoop Dogg in the Olympics.
But you're getting it now?
I get it now. They had Mike Tirico and Snoop Dogg just talking about Olympics, and I'm mesmerized by Snoop Dogg.
Yeah.
He's funny.
Yeah.
He kind of knows what he's talking about.
Yeah.
He's engaging.
He's taking it seriously.
Yeah, and he's funny, and it's.
I'm over Flava Flav personally.
Oh, he's doing the Raising Cane's ads.
Yeah, the bobsled stuff. He was not nice to me once at my own birthday party. Big Al brought him in to MC my birthday party, and Flava, I was like, I got up on stage with him. He's like, who are you? I said, it's my birthday. It's my party. He was just not very nice.
I guess we'll bring it home for Jerome with, can I finish with a Cole story and then we'll sign off?
Sure.
So.
You're not going to tell that story.
No, not that story.
Okay.
This is
like we're not talking about that one.
No. This is another story. So, Cole, I think it was last weekend. I was coming home with Dylan from somewhere. And right as we walked in, Cole had just walked out. Kellie said, "Oh, Cole just left. He's going over to Panda Express to get something to eat."
Literally went out the front door as you came in the back.
He's going to drive over there. So I looked out the front door. He had just pulled off. So I called him and I said, "Hey, buddy, you okay? Is everything all right?" He goes, "Yeah, I was just going over to Panda Express." He goes, "You want something?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure. How about let's see, we'll do a little 2-plate. We'll do a little orange chicken, a little broccoli beef with a lo mein." And he goes, "You want a soda with that?" I said, "Yeah, I'll do a Diet Coke." So he goes, gets his food, gets my food, brings it home. We have dinner together. It was a lot of fun. But I said, "Can I pay you back?" He's like, "No, I got it. It's on me." I'm like, "Wow, okay. That's very nice of you. Thank you, buddy." So then fast forward to the next day, he wanted to go to Chili's. So I said, yeah,
we're big about home cooking around here.
We do a lot of eating out. We do a lot of eating out. So I said, "Yeah, Chili's is great." He goes, "I have a gift card." I'm like, "Wow, bud, you can pay for my food 2 days in a row?" He goes, "Yeah, I got a gift card." I'm like, "Okay." So we go to Chili's and turns out I'm like, buddy, I got this, because you're not going to pay for my food 2 days in a row. I said, just save your gift card, and
When he goes out with his
when you go with
buddies.
your buddies or something. But I really, really appreciate it. It's very, very thoughtful of you to offer to pay for my lunch. I appreciate that. So I wanted to brag on him a little bit with that. But we were talking during lunch about a couple of things, and I was saying, did you hear about the Seattle quarterback's grandpa? We touched on this in the last.
Yes, we did.
And he said, no. And I said, have you ever heard of the Marlboro Man? And he said, well, Marlboro, like cigarettes? And I said, yeah. They used to have a guy in their ads, and he was the Marlboro Man. Well, he was Sam Darnold's grandpa. And he goes, yeah. And I said, yeah. So he was a really good basketball player at USC. He was a good volleyball player. He went into acting, and then Marlboro hired him for the ads. I said, you know what his name was? And he goes, no. And I said, his name was Richard Hammer. Dick Hammer. Cole thought, he was bellied over, bent over laughing. He thought that was so funny that this guy's name was Dick Hammer.
Yeah.
Dick Hammer.
Yeah, it was.
So I had to tell my mom and dad this story today.
Oh, you told your mom that story.
Yeah, and she's
told
just
your mom.
she's just shaking her head like, my Cole, my poor Cole.
Mom.
What happened to Cole? But the last thing is,
that's the whole story, y'all.
when the waiter brought our food, he said to Cole, he said, thanks, boss. He bossed Cole.
That's a big player lately.
Yeah.
Boss.
So Cole works at a restaurant. He has a little part-time job. He works at a restaurant. So I asked him, I said, do you ever boss your customers? He said, yes.
He does? I'm shocked.
I was shocked too.
Cole doesn't strike me as a bosser.
I said, you boss your customers? He goes, well, if I feel like they're bossable, I will boss them. Like if I get a good vibe, then I'll boss them. And I said, so how old are these guys that you're bossing? He goes, well, my age and even a little older. I'm like, no way.
Well, how old was the waiter that bossed him?
About the same age.
Okay.
I'd say he was a teenager. So
now it's going to be bad if he unks you. Because that means you're old.
So I said,
no problem, unk.
I said, no, wait a minute. So you boss guys your age and a little bit older. You don't boss guys like my age or like Grampy's age. Grandpa's age, do you? He goes, no. He goes,
you get offended by that.
He goes, I'd chief them.
Chief.
He was joking, I think. But he goes, I would chief them. Like, you can't chief me. Or
you've gotten chiefed.
Or chief grandpa.
You've been chiefed and bossed.
Oh, I've been everything. Chief, boss, pal, hombre, big guy, dude, man.
I don't know that they do that to ladies, do they? I just get like, thank you, ma'am, or something. I don't know.
No, you wouldn't boss a lady.
Anything like that. No. I want to be the boss.
So anyhow, that was our experience at Chili's this weekend.
It's a good one, babe.
Dick Hammer and boss.
There you go. Way to bring it home for Jerome.
All right, babe. You got anything else?
No, I'm done.
Okay. All right. Well, we covered a lot. We've been talking a long time, so maybe we should.
We talked a long time.
We should sign off here. Okay, babe. Well, big week in front of us. I can't remember. Oh, Valentine's Day.
Babe. Yes. We do have a big weekend ahead of us.
We have a date.
Valentine's. We do.
We have a date planned. So we will have, with next podcast, we will report on the date. Think anything magical happen?
Will it?
I don't know.
You don't have to.
You tell me.
I mean, you don't have to. I've seen all of your tricks.
Not the magic I was talking about.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll see.
We'll see.
If I can groom myself between now and then, maybe I'll get lucky.
All right, babe. Well, I love you desperately.
I love you.
I love the Olympics desperately.
I love them too.
I love Snoop Dogg desperately.
Who doesn't love Snoop Dogg?
Yeah, he's funny. He's funny. But I'm sure we will podcast again real soon. And in the immortal words of the great Keanu Reeves, life is good when you have a good sandwich. Bye. Stop on this. Not on YouTube, guys. I'm just stopping the Riverside here.
We didn't plug social media again. It's too late. Look at see how my head's lopsided? All right, I'm gonna let the doggies out. Oh, Michael, thank you. What?
I didn't know that.
What?
Prayers for Snoop Dogg's family. His daughter just buried her baby.
Yeah, his grandchild died.
Oh my God, I didn't know that.
Very poor health.
Oh.
What are we calling this podcast, everybody? A sandwich and some relaxure.
A sandwich and some gray stool.
No.
A sandwich and some clay-colored stool.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
A sandwich and some Super Bowl commercials. A sandwich and some
relaxing your tight end.
Yeah, there you go. Good call. A sandwich and some relax your tight end.
With this new thing we have, I do the podcast descriptions and everything. We can let the AI do it. Should I try it or should I just keep doing it?
Oh, you want to show your description's better than what it comes up with.
Oh. All right. I'm going to let the dogs out.
The only thing I wish we would do is put the freaking episode numbers on this thing. I mean, what episode are we on?
I don't know.
No idea.
I'd have to go back and count. I can ask if we can start doing that again.
Ryan see if he'll.
I'll ask. Because we just celebrated 300th of Love Letters to Kellie. That's out now.
I think we're over 600 now.
Well, we only do one episode a week of Love Letters to Kellie, and we started 6 years ago. Basically, this week, it was right around Valentine's Day of 2020. So, there you go. And there's no telling how, because we did 2 a week for a while.
Well, they were numbered up into a point,
I know,
so
I
we
don't
just
know
have to
why
count
they
from there.
stopped. I don't know why
It was
they
one of
stopped.
those gals that was working on this thing. She just didn't number them.
We'll find out.
Yeah.
It would be interesting to know.
Would be.
Maybe somebody could take on that task. I'm going to let the dogs out.
Maybe
Thank
wacky.
y'all.
Maybe wacky.
Happy Valentine's Day.
All right, peeps. What's the word? What's going on this weekend? Everybody going on a big hot date? Anybody doing anything fun? We're going Saturday. I think we're going Saturday. And Kelly's going, I think she's doing a Galentine's on Sunday. Kelly ever go live other than podcast? No, not really. Very rarely do we go live other than podcast. Michael. Come on, man. Hello, man. Michael I asked him what he was doing for Valentine's, and he said, this weekend? Hello, hand. Well played, Michael. Well played. Very clever. Very, very clever. Good timing. Very comedic timing on that. Zoe. No. Good girl. Where is she? Oh, my goodness. Oh, there she is. Oh, say hi to everybody. Say hi to everybody. Say, I'm a schnauzer. I'm a schnauzer. But I'm a miniature. I'm miniature. I'm not even a standard schnauzer. I'm not a giant schnauzer. I'm a miniature schnauzer. Miniature. Yeah, that was a good one. The Eagles. I wasn't a fan of you then, but now, my man, if ever in Dallas, good. That's awesome. I'm not going to lie, I wasn't a fan. See, I have several friends like this. It's an acquired taste. It's kind of like eating oysters. You don't like it at first, but then after a while, you're like, this is pretty good. This is pretty good. I like this. My man. My man. That's awesome. No, that was Zoe. Larry is, I don't know, he's off licking his butt or doing something. I don't know where he is. He's off somewhere. He's off scratching. Okay, peeps. Well, Yes. Good bourbon. Exactly. No, Janet, don't do that. She makes me feel really guilty. She always does that. She's always sending me these messages. Like, if I post a picture of Zoe, she's always like, "Don't you have two dogs? Where's Larry?" She's always doing that. Don't tell her. She'll make me feel guilty. All right. Oh, guys, have I shown you this? This is my new thing. RC Zero Sugar. These things are good, man. I mean, I'm having too many of these. I need to drink more water, but I've been drinking a lot of these RC Zeros. You should check it out. It tastes better than Diet Coke Zero, in my opinion. Better than, not an ad, better than Pepsi. It doesn't have a bite that Pepsi does. It's just smooth. I'm drinking way too many of them. All right. Sounds good, Krista. Yeah, RC back. Yeah, that's right, Jen. My mom used to drink those when I was a kid. K. Roger. K. Roger. Yeah. Yeah, RCs are good. They really are. I forgot how good they were. Good stuff. All right, guys. We will talk to you real soon. We'll see you on the social medias. And y'all have a happy Valentine's Day. We love you. We love you desperately. We hope that all of y'all have fun with your Valentines and hope that you all be our Valentines. Have a good one. See you.